Welcome everybody to another Team Berserk deck profile. This one is done by one of the Team Berserk captains here, Joe Dat. This deck was used, this deck's been used forever. God, he's been on this leader since set 10, but most recently at the Carta Magica Regionals. Unfortunately, Joe Dat here bubbled out at 17th, but he still got a bunch of wins there under his belt anyway from this regional. Jay, take this deck away. Let's see what you got.
Thank you very much, Rosas. As he said, I played Syn Shenron. I haven't changed the deck. I've played this against every Zed Warrior, every Android, every Ginyu Force member out in the universe, and it still hasn't changed, and it still did well with the current format. So, just to start off, we're going to run the Syn package. So we've got 4 of the balls. You know, that searches the 4-drop. It's just a standard format of going into the 4-drop. This card here is very helpful. It helps you lock the leader. You know, if they awaken early, you lock them out, they lose the draw, they can't attack with the leader. Less stress on yourself on taking damage or swings from the leader, even limiting their draw power. This was clutch against the Vegito starter deck leader, where he gives a Unison, I think it's triple strike or something.
Yeah, it's triple strike.
Yeah, locked out the leader 3 times the game. He just couldn't do the draw powers, and it just limited his ability to maneuver around the Shadow Dragon deck. The 9-drop came clutch multiple times, just getting into him and being able to have him on the field to negate any battle card coming into play, and if they do remove it without negating his skills, you're drawing 2 when you're replaying the 1-drop ball, and you're just restarting the cycle. Again, this helped me draw multiple times in the tournament. People would take him out just because of the blocker revenge aspect. You know, or if they played the 10-drop Gogeta for 4, negate the skills and they gotta wait, or if they play Thwarting with Darkness, negate the skills, and then they have to wait a turn before they do anything. Shenron, he's a secondary search for the first 1-star ball if you don't pick him up on the first turn, so you're able to search and play him for 1 while also doing the counterplay. So counterplaying Fu, counterplaying Unisons, any big cards coming out that doesn't have deflect. This is a critical card for 2 costs. The interaction with Unisons is amazing.
The mono yellow Zamasu before Zamasu.
Yeah, the mono yellow Zamasu before Zamasu, that is correct. And then 4 of these bad boys. Yes, I only have 1 SPR. You know, being able to steal Oceanus or a double strike guy, or even the Nouveau ability to bring something out on the board. You know, just bringing more monsters out and being able to pressure the opponent. This was clutch in clearing the board, providing defense when you take the Oceanus skill. Lots of good things.
Is there any reason that you wouldn't take the Oceanus skill and say take something else? Like, what state of the game does it have to be to not go with the Oceanus skill? Obviously, if you don't have Oceanus, that's one, but...
So it depends on what you're trying to accomplish here. Let's say you have a Nouveau in the drop and you want to bring out what card is that? Can't bring out the Haze, but if you want to bring out the winner, surprise attack, Natron Shenron, and let's say that was in your drop also, that'd be one way to get it out. If you don't have Nova or Oceanus target, other target would be the Haze target, because you'd go with a double strike, and then he's also comboable on the defensive side because you get to restand your Shadow Dragons, and if they swing with like a 6-drop or a 10-drop and he's still on your field, you combo it, discard a Shadow Dragon from your hand, and you pop it, KO the attacking card.
Fair enough.
And then you got Nova, 4 of the Novas. Great card, allows you to bring back some targets, and allows you to filter the deck. But didn't use it quite a bit to bring out surprise attack, and everyone kept going after the surprise attack just because it has that ability. When they play a battle card or Unison, you could put in rest mode. That was clutch in multiple areas where they would play a Gogeta thwarting and it comes in and it gets switched to rest and they can't warp any of my cards on attack. So it was a constant target for people, and especially 15k double strike, they're forced to combo a card, especially when they're in that kill range. For Oceanus, great deck filter, allows you to burst 1, search top 5 for a Syn Shenron 8 cost or less. Again, deck filter helps out. I think only in one game where I bursted something that was critical to the game, but I was able to still come out ahead. 4 of the Haze, just because of the ability, the double strike, I don't usually play it unless if I play from the leader skill, but the auto being able to pop Gogeta thwarting on the attack, pop any boss monster when they're going for game and they've dropped everything in their combo and you've got 2 cards left or 4 cards left in hand and you don't have to worry about taking a life. I think it's clutch.
And just facing Syn, just knowing that card could be in their hand, like, it stops people from going nuts and like trying to clear. Even if you don't, it's a good just bluff for that deck.
Yeah, and people did that when I was at low hand count and I had 2 cards in my hand and they wouldn't overwhelm for 6 or they wouldn't play a big card just because they know if they play a big card, use a resource, then they're gonna lose that resource and they're gonna be tapped out and they won't be able to do much, against the backpack.
Which is good for your deck, because obviously the longer the game goes, the stronger your deck gets, with your leader ability being the tap 6 for 7 dragons, which pretty much spells the game unless someone is really keen on playing against it.
I think I use the tap 6 in almost every game but one, just because I didn't need it for Fu, which I'll get to later, and then my secret rare.
Fair enough. No spoilers here. Let's see what the next card is.
So we've got the 2 winner. This came in clutch. I was going for a game. They decided to block with their Fu Unison because they had already used a -1. It cleared the Unison. Then I was able to do whatever I wanted just because they didn't have the free counterplays to do things on the remainder of the play. And of course, 1 cost, you get to draw a card, and you're sending 7 to the warp. But I think for 30k triple strike, it's amazing. I'm running this as a 1 of. A lot of people run it as a 2 of. I think with this as a 1 of and then 2 for Poutine is enough to do what you're trying to do with the control of the board state. Whether they're countering or they're playing a Unison or battle card, there's enough versatility to make sure that the game doesn't end turn 3, turn 4. Especially with Poutine being barrier. And then we've got the Zamasu to help us get Poutine. So the Natron Shenron, you can play with the Nova in your drop. The Zamasu, you play with, you get the Poutine to help you out. Or if you have him out first, then you rest something and then you get the Poutine out. So that'd be the one combo that I would run with this.
The resting combo.
Yeah. The Zamasu super combo and then 2 of the Krillin super combos. I don't know if I'm going to upgrade my super combo. I don't really care about rarity, as you can see. But again, hand filter, new cards, allows you to deck for cards that you're looking for to finish off the game. This is critical. Help me out in multiple cases. You swing with your 30k triple strike or your boss monster. They go with the negate. Well, counter. If they're at 4 life and they take a life to pay the cost of a negate and you counter, they're down to 3 and they've got 3 life left. Then you're going in for a 30k triple strike or whatever it may be. It definitely helps out. And then the aspect of drawing 1 or drawing 2. I think all tournament I use this maybe 2 times, but each time was clutch.
So with that being said, now that we're obviously in set 14, this was pre-anniversary box, did you find anybody using those new negates that can't be negated?
The new negates that can't be negated from the anniversary set?
No, from set 14.
No, and I didn't come across that. Maybe it was just a pairing, but I did not come across that.
No, I literally think the only one that is good specifically for Android 18, which is funny enough, that was the deck list that we did before, is the blue one, because all of them can't be negated in any area, which stops that, but I don't think anybody's running them unless they're running the Android 18 leader, because it restands itself if they have a clone, they have a token on their side, which they always have in that deck, which is the only protection that deck has against Cooler, but everything else kind of gets run over by that Cooler counter.
Yeah, you're right. I think the blue decks should be looking at it more, just because because blue decks, they need to go to turn 5, turn 6. They're gonna go late. How are they gonna contend with late game Syn Shenron? Yeah, people say you got God Sealing, you're gonna God Seal, whatever they're gonna play turn 6, but I think Syn players are smarter now. They're not gonna against a blue player especially, and if they have a Unison on board, they're not gonna tap 6 to bring 6 monsters out. They're just gonna take their time, go to turn 7, and see what happens.
Fair enough.
Unless if they could clear the Unison without using an energy at turn 6, then they may do something after that. So coming to my Unison, I have I'm running 1 Unison, but 4 of the Mecha Cabras. I'm gonna say this was clutch. Helped me steal a lot of different things. I stole the 10-drop Gogeta. I stole the SS4 Brawly, the Great Destroyer, with this guy. And it's helped me keep the board state in rest mode while I draw cards with the +1 ability. So it's always good to have in the deck, because you could awaken at 4. I think the 5 games that I won, I awoken because of this guy, and I was able to push the game to a later state than what people were comfortable with. Again, 2 of the Vegeta's Final Flash. I actually didn't use this at all this tournament on a defensive. I use it offensively to win games, but nothing defensively. I thought I needed more against, like, some of the bigger boss monsters that are out now, but didn't really need to expend the energy for this. 3 Nimbus, use it every game. Stall the game out for a couple turns, allows me to get to turn 5, turn 6. When you get to turn 4 with Syn, turn 5, turn 6 is really simple to get to. And this can't be countered because you're not playing you have to use that energy, and the red counter doesn't affect it. Tyrannical Blow helped me against the Vegex matchup. They free play, target the free play with 1, negating the skills, then you negate the Unison skill. Not just Vegex, could happen with King Cold. When they play things for 2 or 3, you can negate its skills and then the Unison skills, so they're not gonna go for the kill right away. Yeah, didn't really use it except for those 2 matchups. There was nobody really playing less than a 3-drop until, I'm going to say after turn 2. They just wait to go higher, especially blue. And it came clutch against stopping green when he had enough counters with his Unison. So he played the Frieza 2 costs, the blocker 1, Tyrannical Blow, and then negate the Unison skills. I thought this was going to be more handy, the Time Magic, especially with the 10-drop Gogeta with the triple attack. But it didn't come handy at all. Didn't use it once at all in this tournament. I may be looking at removing this. We've got Trunks, power overseeing time, and that's just to help me get my 2, I'm going to say my 2 secret rares out if I was to burst them accidentally. And also you could combo these 2. Didn't get a chance to do this in this tournament just because of the board state.
We got a guest appearance.
We got a guest here. Cat Goku has decided to bless us with his presence. So what you could do is you play him on turn 5. You could pitch 3. You swing once, whether it gets negated or not, doesn't matter. You attack with something else, combo it out. If you have 2 energy and the overwhelm requirements, you can play this, take them back, play it again, and that's another 3 cards that you rip. I've been running these 2 since set. I'm gonna say set 11 or set 12. Lucas knows better because he's been playing against it for such a long time.
I don't know when that power overseeing time came in, but obviously Cell, as soon as it came out, was thrown in the deck.
Yeah, and then Fu Strat and Mystery. I went into it. I only needed to go into it once to actually finish off my opponents. The other time, just the amount of Shadow Dragons I had. Yeah, they don't have barriers, so they could be removed. But Gojitos remove them. All the Gojitos remove them. Max Barakamehameha removes them. They had the chance of removing it. Just never happened. And if it did happen, I drew more cards and I was able to rotate into the 9-drop.
Oh, awesome. Well, it looks like Goku wants your attention there, so...
Yeah, he wants a little bit of my attention.
But, yeah, thanks for showing off the deck list. Is there any final words for people that want to play Syn, that are insane enough to play Syn? Spit them now. Or forever hold your peace.
Just understand your deck, be comfortable with it. Yeah, it's a 40-minute event or 45-minute event plus 5 minutes for overtime, depending on the areas that you're playing. So make your decisions fast, know what your opponent's doing, practice against the meta, and understand how you could get around it. And, knowing what the opponent has, like if you see a blue-yellow energy standing for, let's say, a, Gohan deck, you're not going to be playing a 4-drop Unison for 4 cost. And have yourself tapped out and not awakened.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, thanks for showing off the deck.
No problem. Thank you very much.